Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Chat. Today I'm going to talk about a very important lesson. This is about introduction to cloud. So what is cloud computing? Simply, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services like servers, storage, database, networking, softwares over the internet. So it means that you can access cloud computing resources over the internet from anywhere you wish. Okay, as per the deployment model, there are three types of clouds: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So what is a private cloud? Guys, I will explain about the private cloud with example. So let's say I need to deploy a private cloud. So simply I will purchase physical hardware resources. Then I will deploy the hypervisor. Then I will deploy the my virtual machines over that hypervisor layer. So then I will reach the internet using my network devices. So we call this as a private cloud because in private cloud you have control of your servers and also your virtual environment. So it means that everything is under your control, and also you can customize your environment and apply your own security controllers because you have control for your physical resources and also for your virtual resources. And when you deploy a private cloud, you need Kaiser experience in power, AC, cloud deployment and operations, and also network operations. So let's say your company have very sensitive data, then best place is a private cloud to store those data because everything is under your control. Then you can apply your own security control. Security is a very important thing when we talk about the cloud. Examples for private cloud: VMware ESXi, Hyper-V, OpenStack are the hypervisor we can deploy over a private cloud. Where to deploy your own private cloud? Purchase a rack space from an internet service provider. Purchase physical hardware devices like servers, storage devices, firewalls, network devices. Set up devices in a cloud rack. Deploy hypervisor like ESXi, Hyper-V, OpenStack. Set up storage and network connectivity. Deploy virtual machines. And virtual machines is a virtual computer. So you when after you deploy in hypervisor, simply you can deploy virtual machines. On a virtual machine, you can install your operating system. You can have virtual machines for Linux operating system, Windows operating system, any other operating system you wish to have. Go and see my video for virtualization, so then you can understand what is virtualization. So this is a simple diagram for the virtualization. You have physical server, physical hardware, RAM, CPU and storage. Then you have the hypervisor, so you can install VMware ESXi, Hyper-V, OpenStack. So then you will have your virtual machines over this hypervisor. So then you can install your application over those virtual machines. So this is example for VMware virtualization. You have physical server, then you have ESXi, VMware ESXi hypervisor. Then you can simply install operating system over the ESXi layer. So it is same as for the Hyper-V. You have the Hyper-V hypervisor layer. So then you can have your virtual machines. So let's talk about the advantages of private cloud. So the first advantage is the control. You have a better control for your data, users and information assets because everything is under your control. Physical servers and also your virtual environment is under your control. So then you can manage everything. The second advantage is security. So the cloud belongs to a single client, hence the infrastructure and system can be configured to provide high levels of security. So as we talk, we have control of everything. So then we can apply any control we wish. So then it will have a better security performance. So it means that there will be low risk when we access over the internet. So guys, when we access a cloud over the internet, there is a risk from the attackers and hackers. So our data will be at risk if we don't apply security controls. So security is a very important thing. So I will talk about the cyber security in another video series. So don't worry about the those things. I will teach everything on that video series. And also superior performance is another advantage of private cloud because the network resources also you are under your control. So then you can manage as your performance are better. So then you can have a superior performance on your private cloud. But in so as per my experience, so when we purchase some cloud resources from cloud providers, so they are sharing their resources not only with us but also with many companies. So then even though we purchase enough resources, sometimes we will feel some latency. So it means that private cloud performance are better, better than the public cloud, but not every and each time. But sometimes we feel so, because the physical resources, network resources are not in our control even we purchase a package. And also there is another advantage of private cloud. We call it easy customization. As we know that everything is our control. So if we have a private cloud for VMware ESXi, then I need to deploy for the Hyper-V also, then I can do it because the hardware resources is also under my control. Okay, let's talk about disadvantage of private cloud. Price is one of our disadvantage because we need to purchase physical hardware devices at the initial deployment. So we will have a very high initial cost because when we come to a public cloud, we don't need to worry about the physical hardware resources. So initial cost is very high on a private cloud. So it is a disadvantage of a private cloud. And also scalability depends. So let's say I have two physical servers, so the maximum resource I can go for my environment is the resource amount of these two physical servers. So if I need to increase more resources, then I have to deploy many more hardware servers, then I have to increase the resources. So it's a disadvantage of a private cloud. Okay, let's talk about a public cloud. What is a public cloud? So simply, the public cloud is a cloud we purchase from a public cloud service provider. Then we access our resources over the internet. The difference between the private cloud and public cloud is we don't have our own physical servers. So only we can access our virtual resources over the internet. So it means that we don't need to worry about the physical hardware resources. So we can request from a public service provider, I need this much of resources, I need this much of performance, and I can select a package from the internet public cloud service provider. Then I can deploy my virtual machines, application, and many more things. So this is the difference between private and public cloud. So examples for public cloud is Azure, AWS, Alibaba, and GCP. Okay, so when we come to a public cloud, we have the high elasticity and scalability. It means that if we need to increase resources many more, then we can simply change our package and we can have many more resources for even for RAM, even for CPU, even for storage space, even for the network bandwidth. Let's say I have the 100 M connectivity, then I need to increase it to 1 gig. So I can change my package, but I will have to pay more for the package. So that's the only difference. And also, if you come to a public cloud like Azure AWS, you have low cost subscription based pricing tiers. So that's another advantage of the public cloud. So let's have a summary of if we talk about the advantages of public cloud, we can have these advantages. No capex. Capex means the initial cost. So we no need to worry about the physical hardware resources. It means that the initial cost is very low. Technical agility. Technical agility means that public cloud has the high scalability and flexibility. So if our demand is going increase day by day, so we can simply increase our resources by changing our package. Availability. So if you are experienced on a public cloud, you have the availability source option. It means that always there is a copy of your virtual machine in another cloud region. Let's say I deploy my virtual machines in Indian region, so then I can have a copy of my virtual machines on UK region, USA region, or any other region. So we call this availability. So this is the advantage of the public cloud. And also this is simple and easy to manage. So when we come to a private cloud, we have our own physical servers. So then we need guys for the power and AC management, and we need to guys for the maintenance of these servers, and we need guys for the cloud operations. So but when we come to a public cloud, we don't need to worry about the physical hardware resources. So we should worry about only a virtual environment. So, and also when we come to a public cloud virtual environment, it is very easy to provision. So it means that public cloud is very simple and easy when comparing with the private cloud. Okay, cost is also low. As I mentioned earlier, we don't have initial investment. We have initial investment, but we don't need to invest for the physical hardware resources, because the physical hardware resources are managed by the public cloud service provider. So initially, investment is very low in public cloud. And also the time is less time. This is another advantage of public cloud, because we don't need to have many IT resources. As I mentioned earlier, it is very easy to provision a public cloud. So it means that within a few hours we can deploy any environment we wish. And also no maintenance. It means that we don't have physical servers, we don't worry about the physical servers. So it means that no maintenance. So disadvantages of public cloud. So actually when we come to a public cloud, we don't have a proper control. We don't know where the virtual machines are installed, because we can't see the physical resources. It means lacks proper controls. So this is a disadvantage of public cloud. And when we come to performance, so let's say even though I purchase a package, sometime I feel a latency, because I don't see the network resources. I don't see the hardware resources. So it means that I can have a latency on my resources. So that's the another disadvantage of public cloud. This is not always, but sometime as an IT guy, I also have feel this performance issue. And also, but this is not a big issue. And sometimes we feel this because we are sharing actually cloud service public cloud service provider provide resources not only for us and for many more companies within the same hardware layer. So on that situation, we can have a performance uh, latency of our performance, but it is not a big much amount. So it's a very simple. Sometime we have failed that. So don't worry about that. So, and also weak on security. Even though we have the virtual environment, the hardware resources is shared between the multiple users. So it means that our data is vulnerable to the threats. So it means we have a weak on security due to lack of control on the hardware resources. And also customization is not available, because whatever this virtual environment they provide, we have to work with that virtual environment. We can't do anything more than it. So it's the disadvantage of the public cloud. So what is a hybrid cloud? Guys, let's say my company has very sensitive data and also some normal data. So then I can keep sensitive data in a private cloud. Then I can keep non-sensitive data in a public cloud. In this situation, we call a hybrid cloud. So when we talk about the advantage of the hybrid cloud, we have both advantage of the private cloud and public cloud in a hybrid cloud: scale with security, reliability, and cost control. Okay, as per the delivery model, we have three types of cloud: software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. Let's talk about the infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as delivery is cloud computing infrastructure, including servers, networking, operating systems, and storage to the virtualization technology. Let's say I will purchase a virtual data center from a public cloud service provider. So then I can deploy any virtual machine I wish. I can deploy any virtual machine with any operating system I wish. So then I don't need to worry about the physical hardware resources. So I will have infrastructure to deploy my virtual machines. So I have to responsible for the my virtual machines. It means I have to responsible for the operating systems and my for my operating system. So then I have to pay for my resource utilization. So when we come to the infrastructure as a service, the examples are DigitalOcean, Rackspace, Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Computing Engine are the example for the infrastructure as a service. Then platform as a service. So platform as a service provide us an environment to deploy our own application. So we can design, we can deploy any application using the tools they are providing us. So simply the provider will provide us some environment to deploy our own application. So then we no need to worry about the OS level things. So only should manage our applications and data. Examples: Salesforce, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Google App Engine, and OpenShift. So the third one is software as a service. So softwares that available via a third party over the internet. So it means that simply the full product is available for us. So we only need to access this software over the internet. So this is a complete package of a software. So then anyone can assign same software with their own use account over the internet. So we call this as a software as a service. Examples are Microsoft O365, Microsoft. When we talk about the Microsoft O365, you have Outlook, Teams. So these are the softwares. So if you are, I think you guys are already using these application softwares. So then you experience that you don't need to worry about anything. You need to worry about only about your Microsoft account. So so you have a Microsoft account, so then you can access Teams over the internet using that account and credentials. So and also Google Apps, Dropbox, PayPal, DocuSign. These are the example for the software as a service. Okay, this is the overall diagram for the cloud models. So when we come to a on-premise cloud, means a private cloud, we are responsible for everything because physical resources and virtualization resources are everything is our control. So we have networking resources, storage devices, we have servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, data, and applications. So everything is our control. So we have to manage those things. So when we come to the infrastructure as a service, so let's say I will purchase a virtual data center from a virtual cloud resources, virtual cloud resource from a public cloud service provider. So then I no need to worry about the underlying hardware resources. It means I no need to worry about the networking, storage, service, and virtualization. So I need to worry about operating system and application and data. So this is the example view of the infrastructure as a service. So when we come to a platform as a service, I told you that platform as a service means that the provider will provide you an environment to deploy your own application. So then you need to worry only about your applications and data. So in this diagram you can see that the networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, and the runtime. So the provider will be responsible for those things. Then you need to worry about only application and data. So you have to manage only your applications and data only. So when we come to a software as a service, so it's a completely finished product like Microsoft O365 as example, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Teams. So you don't need to worry about even the software. So you need to worry about only about your Microsoft account. So as per this diagram, you can see that the provider will manage everything. provider will manage networking, storage, servers, virtualization, application, data, runtime, and everything is managed by the service provider. It means that on of the software. So you need to worry about only your my account. So then you can access your software. Okay guys, this is the end of the introduction to cloud video. So I think you got an idea about the cloud. So please subscribe my YouTube channel, so and also share this video with your friend. So in the next video I will talk about the cloud. I will talk many more about the cloud, so you can learn many more things about the cloud. So guys, please subscribe my YouTube channel and share this video. Please follow my Facebook page, and if you have any problem, please comment on comment bar. Then I will respond to them. So and also if you need to learn anything you wish about the cloud and networking and DNS email, so please contact me using the contact details in the description. And one thing to mention that not only cloud computing video series, but also I have video series for the networking, DNS, email, backup. So please go and watch these videos. You can improve your knowledge day by day. So guys, thank you very much again. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.